Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek. Goodness, my little channel on the web for all things geeky and cool. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, this video is kind of cool because it's harkening back to something I did years ago. And I talked about a few weeks ago bringing this video series segment back. Of course, we're talking about Rook 180. Now, what is Rook 180 all about if you've never seen a Rook 180 video before? The idea is to talk about blind boxes, usually Funko, Loyal Subjects, Titan Vinyls. Things like this is what we're going to be doing in this video. We're doing the Universal Monsters by Funko mini mystery boxes. Now the idea is to do a full video review. That means talking about the packaging, unboxing it, taking the item out, showcasing what the item is, what its rarity is, because there's different rarities here. Talk about the paint, articulation, and any accessories they may or may not have in 3 minutes or less. If I can do that, I keep these items in my collection. But if I cannot, meaning I'll have a clock counting down, I'm going against the clock basically. If I'm still talking, when this thing hits 0, my little clock here, which will be on my phone, right here says 3 minutes. If it's still going, while I'm still talking at 3 minutes, I lose. And immediately these items go into a giveaway. That's the idea. I only have one shot to do this. I can't put basically the genie back in the bottle. I can't just, repackage this, retake the video. It doesn't work that way. As soon as I crack this open, I'm in all the way. I'm all in. That's the idea for this video series. Now, I did this because years ago, my internet was so bad, to upload a 5-minute video would take me 2 hours. I needed to come up with a way to make a bite-sized video series, a review in 3 minutes or less, and hence, that's what Rook 180 is all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera back, I'm going to pull the table up here, the camera's going to be low to the ground, I'm going to shoot the video that way. A little bit different, we've done it before, mainly because my work studio is behind me. So with that being said, guys, let's head into Rook 180. Okay guys, I decided to pull the camera down, as I mentioned before at the beginning of the video, to get a closer look at this stuff here. Here's my clock next to me. It's my little cell phone. Of course, we have Han Solo in carbonite as a cell phone holder. I thought it'd be very fitting to do it that way. So here are our Universal Monsters. Again, I got one shot at doing this. As soon as I hit this button here to start, we're on the clock. So with that being said, guys, I'm proud and very happy to bring back Rook 180. Let's go on the clock right now. We're going to hit the start button over here, and we're starting 3 minutes counting down. Again, Universal Monsters, which is right here. It is a Funko based item. Packaging is very cool. They're very stylized creatures. If you go to the back here, this is just not a 1 of 12 for everything. There's different varieties and rarities for each one of these guys. So let's actually crack into box number 1. We're at 2 minutes and 40 and counting down. I got my knife here to crack open the box. Just fumbling around a little bit here. Hopefully it doesn't slow me down too much. We're going to crack it open, and what do we get here? We have ourselves Dracula. So what is his rarity? Let's take a look at the rarity for Dracula. This is a common. This is 1 of 6. Paint looks very cool. He's holding a candle. That's the gimmick here. Articulation. Normally these have articulation, but I'm not seeing it. It might be able to move it a little bit here. But he looks cool. This is, of course, the Universal Monster version of Dracula. He's holding his candle. It looks really neat. I like the way it looks here. Usually when I do these Funko-based reviews, usually I can do these. These ones aren't too bad. He's having difficulty standing up. Again, box number 2, same item we just talked about before, which is this guy right here. I'm hoping to pull maybe something a little more rare, maybe the 1 of 24 Dracula here, which is him not holding the candle. He has his hand out, it looks like. So let's get into this one. We're a minute and 40 left. I got to get on the ball here to get this done. So we cracked this one open, and who'd we get? We got Frankenstein. We got Frankenstein in this one here. This one is, again, we got 1 of 6. So unfortunately, these are the commons here. Frank here has no articulation. The head's not moving really. You might be able to force it, but he looks good. He's in the typical Frankenstein, the way you think he would look. Let's get a little closer here at him. The hands are out here, the bolts in the neck, green complexion. He is, I think, a little taller. Yeah, he's just a tad bit taller than Dracula here, but very cool creatures from the old Universal Monsters line. I like the way they looked. Again, we'll take a look at the packaging real quick here. We have 58 seconds left. As you come over here to the back side, you can see it. So we got this one here and that one right there. So unfortunately, we didn't get any chase ones, but they're pretty neat. I got them for a good deal on a toy hunt. So yeah, guys, that's it here. I thought I could do this one pretty quickly. There's no accessories. The paint for Dracula looks really good. He's in his cloak. I didn't mention that before, so he's in his cape. So it looks very cool. I like the way these guys look. And that's about it, guys. So there's not really much more to talk about with these. They're usually the Funko items Like I'll hold them so they get next to each other so they can stand up. Usually these Funko ones aren't too difficult to do. The loyal subjects are much more difficult, mainly because there's articulation and there's accessories. So that being said, I'm going to end the clock right now. So we're going to stop it right here with 12 seconds left on the clock. So that being said, it's going to kind of wrap it up. I'll pull the camera back to where we started from and conclude this video. Okay guys, that's another Rook 180 in the can. Again, we got our Dracula here and our Frankenstein monster. These are common-based mini pops here. There is no articulation. That's kind of a little bit weird. Normally the heads would spin with these guys like normal pops, but since these are stylized in a different sort of more human-esque stylized version instead of a normal Funko Pop, there really isn't any articulation, but they look okay. Again, they're more stylized for Universal monsters, more human-esque, humanoid-like figures. So they look really, really good. If we get a look at the packaging real quick here, I wish we could have gotten some better stuff. I like Dracula, I like Frankenstein, but these were just both common. As I mentioned before, these are common versions of Dracula and common versions of Frankenstein. There is a chase version and a more rare version. This is another, I guess this is either Family, I think it's Family Opera right there, one of 72. You had the other Dracula, which I talked about before, which is one of 24. We finished this one with about 12 seconds left, as I mentioned before. So I'm going to keep these in my collection. Not the greatest mini mystery figures I've seen before. I've seen much, much better ones. The next Rook 180 is going to be a loyal subject, which is going to be a two-parter. Because if I do loyal subjects, I have to do them one at a time. When I do Funkos like these, I usually do two at a time. But loyal subjects require more paint, more articulation, accessories. It's much more difficult to do a 3-minute review. Even you saw me doing these two guys here, I was kind of running a little bit long in the mouth, so to speak. I only finished it with 12 seconds to spare. Usually going through 3 minutes is extremely, extremely quick. But they're okay. Not the greatest figures I've ever seen for Funko Mini Mysteries. I want to thank everybody who, again, watched Rook 180 and supports my channel. Remember to click the like button at the bottom of the page. Click the subscribe button. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. Of course, last but not least, you'll click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video. And bye-bye.